Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and today we got a box. It's pretty exciting, isn't it? Actually it is, because inside this box is a unit of the Khador Man-O-War Suppressors for War Machine. And I saw these things and I knew instantly that I needed to get a set. And when I saw that they were going to be released separately rather than a big $150, $200 box, which I really have no interest, need, or desire to start working on, I absolutely knew I was going to get one of these. So that's what's in this box. We'll take a look at that soon. And to go along with it, because I mean, I'll be honest, I am a sucker for new Khador units, and I'm sure at some point in the future, you're probably going to see more of these because, well, as I said, I'm a sucker for Khador units. I went ahead and got one of the new battle mechanics as well, who's supposed to be on a 40mm base. Battle mechanics, you may remember, were a thing back in the olden days of Mark 1, Mark 2, and the Prime version of War Machine, except they didn't wear all that armor or carry giant blowtorches and what looks to be some sort of nail gun or something. I don't know. We'll find out though. So, these figures are part of the new kind of relaunch for War Machine for Mark IV. Oh, hey, cool. Check it out. We actually get the sculptors on there as well as the painters. Nice touch. Kudos to Privateer Press for doing that. Nice thickness, durability for the card as well. I'm a sucker for the cards. Whether they get used or not, you know, it doesn't matter to me. I like having them, especially with the artwork or the painted miniature on it. It's quite helpful for when trying to figure out how exactly I'm supposed to paint those things. Where is the entrance to the bag? Bags don't have entrances, but they have the sticky parts. Okay. Now, these are single piece figures because they are actually printed figures. And before everybody starts hemming and hawing over the fact that, yes, this is a resin print, let's notice just how nicely, crisply detailed this is. Now, as somebody who prints on the regular, and I mean, if you guys see any of these videos I put on my channel pretty regularly, I am printing stuff all the stinking time. So the fact that this is a single piece and quite nicely removed from those supports, I must say, is a big net positive, in my opinion. Sure, there's some little blemishes here and there, but having known War Machine players that didn't even bother to glue things together and basically had piles of parts or half-built models on bases, and that was what they played with, I mean, you know, the fact that this is at least in one piece is a good step in the right direction. I guess if they really wanted to go the next step, they could do something like Trader's Galaxy or some of the other companies. I know Steamforge used to put out the colored resin based on factions, which would be kind of cool, but completely unnecessary. The details are really nice. I'm really liking what I see here. Sure, there's a little bit of cleanup here and there. I can see a little bit on his nail gun or whatever that thing is in his hand. Some kind of a heat gun, perhaps. And like his little toolbox that he's carrying, along with an assortment of various materials for his job, which in this case is going to be to work on his Man-O-War suppressor friends. Now, you know what would have been nice is if I could actually find any of my Man-O-War suits of armor, because I can't. I looked, and I have come across nothing so far. It is quite annoying. I should still have a few in good old solid Khador red. I have a few that I painted up in Winter Guard white colors, which would have looked great, and is quite tempting with this guy. So you can see there is a person in this. This is still considered a Man-O-War, but he's wearing a big old exoskeleton with chain guns attached. On this figure, you can see there's a little bit more in the way of blemishes, but once you prime that, that's not going to be much of an issue. Almost remind me of the Centurions that GW put out a little while back for 40k. Everybody else laughed about them. I liked them. I painted 2 units of them, I think. Ended up trading them off, but that's a whole different story. These are just nice, big, solid sci-fi mecha guys. How can I say no to that? I can't, obviously, because that's why we're looking at them right now. So, there you go. One of the nice things about these new 3D printed figures is the fact that everybody is actually in a different pose. That drove me nuts. It drove me crazy. I hated it. I hated how all of the units, everybody looked the same. Of course, now I can't really, tinker and just slightly, ever so gently, move one guy's, sword or gun just a little bit the other direction. But, it is what it is. I don't think most players of any games are really going to make that big of an issue. I do like the fact you can kind of see his arm in there, holding on to the guns. They look to be pretty good-sized models. Are they like Dreadnought size for a 40k equivalent or a heavy warjack? Of course not. Are they bigger than a human? You betcha. Where did I put the mechanic? There you are. Do you want to stand up on your own? It doesn't seem like it. So we'll give him a big old glob of blue tack. Stand him up at least. Well, there you go. So you can see that there is some size scaling difference there. Grabbing some other models that people might be more familiar with. So you can see these are pretty decent sized folks. The Primaris is still getting dwarfed by them. Actually, the mechanic is as well. Get the camera down a little lower, you can see there. So they look like they're going to be little fun models. I'm happy I got them. Got them for a reasonable price because, like I said, I didn't really feel like paying 100 something plus for an entire box of models that I'm not sure if I would have used. This guy is available in that Army expansion box set as well, if that is something you're interested in. But I went ahead and ordered them through Privateer's online site. I know at least for November with Black Friday and everything, they've got free shipping with a pretty low threshold, which I'm pretty sure they also do quite regularly throughout the year. So if you're interested in any of these figures, by all means, I do suggest take a look. One of the nice things about them being printed on demand, you don't really have to worry as much about things getting sold out. If you want them, they'll get them, hopefully. Can't say the same for the big box sets, but it does bode well for me actually eventually, possibly, picking up some new warjacks. I don't know. If any of you out there have built or played around with those new warjacks, let me know your opinions down below or hit me up online somewhere. I am quite curious. And I know that in the very near future, we're supposed to see a squad of these suppressor units that are more customized for close combat with chainsaws, jackhammers, pile drivers, blow torches, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's pretty much a guarantee at some point I'll get those. They even have like shoulder-mounted rocket launchers like Terminators from 40k and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that, and we'll definitely see those at some point in the future. Hopefully we'll see these in the near future painted as well. So if you are interested in how they turn out and you can deal with my mediocre paint jobs, we always put those up on Mondays, so keep an eye out for those. And with that said then, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.